Mackenzie, I think, wanted a bit of help with this one, so I thought I'd make a little video and help everyone out. We've started out with something that's an equation of a circle, and we want to get it into the nice factorised form so we can see where the centre and the radius is. Remember, our aim when we're doing this, when we complete the square, is to make a perfect square so that it'll factorise nicely. Now we're going to have to do that for both the x and the y's in this case. So the first thing I'll do is I'll start by doing the x's, and we'll have a look at what we've got. So I've got an x squared minus, now I'm going to rewrite the middle term as 2 times x, and now I need to identify what the other number is, and it's pretty easy to see. If I've got to have negative 10x, negative 10 is negative 2 times 5. And this is where that other number came from that was being a bit confusing. To complete the square, I've got to have that b squared term, so I add on 5 squared. Same with the y's, I've got y squared, the 6y I'm going to write as 2 times y, and there's another number that we need there, and obviously to still be 6y it must be 3. To complete the square, I add on 3 squared. Now we know we can't change the value of things if there's an equation. I'm not just allowed to add things unless I get rid of them as well. So I'm going to subtract 5 squared, subtract 3 squared, and I've still got my plus 18. I'm running out of room here. We've used those things on the right now, so I'm going to try and get rid of them. Oh, they're not going to let me delete them. That's okay. So I'll just write equals 0 underneath. Make sure you have plenty of room when you're working on the page with these ones. What I've got now is I've got two perfect square expressions. First one there and the second one there. So I just neaten them up. The first one, x squared minus 2x times 2 times x times 5 plus 5 squared. That's easy. That's just x minus 5 all squared. Got a plus sign. The y term is going to factorise to y plus 3 all squared. And you can see how much easier that is. Then we've got the rest of the numbers at the end of that line. So minus 25, minus 9, plus 18 equals 0. That's looking a lot nicer already. Let's get rid of some of those finger marks for you. Alright, last thing we have to do, we'll just neaten it up and make it look all pretty. So add those constants together. So I've got x minus 5 all squared plus y plus 3 all squared. Negative 25 minus another 9 is negative 34 plus 18 equal negative 24, negative 16 equals 0. And to just finish getting it into the correct form, x minus 5 all squared plus y plus 3 all squared equals 16. I'm going to add 16 to each side to get the 16 over on the other side. But just to help myself out and make sure I don't accidentally think the radius is the wrong size, I'm going to write that 16 as 4 squared. So now I've got the centre at 5, negative 3, and the radius equals 4. A quick sketch, 5 across, 3 down, the centre's there. Just make sure that you've got the intercepts right. If it's down negative 3 and 5 across, and the radius is 4, it's going to cut that axis up there. It's not going to cut the other axis. It's a pretty dodgy drawing, but you get the idea. It only says sketch, label the axes, and we're done. I hope that helps. Cheers.